I'm actually very nervous. I'm not. Sorry. What am I saying? My brain is going crazy. I'm very excited. Is what I meant to say. I think what it mainly highlighted for me was how, in a lot of ways, our country maybe wasn't, and still in a lot of ways isn't as geared to help out disabled people. I was shocked. He was Shrikant. He was Shrikant. There was nothing. You ask anyone on that film that worked on that film what their first reaction was to seeing Raj on set. It was incredible. Touch wood, really good. I think when you first go through a bout of sadness and come out through it, you develop a lot of tools. So even if you feel sadness creeping on or you have phases where you're low, you know exactly how to get out of it because you have the tools. You might have to use the tools a little differently because not all sadness is the same, but you get equipped to handle that sadness. So great. I'm actually very nervous. I'm not. Sorry. What am I saying? My brain is going crazy. I'm very excited. Is what I meant to say. Nervous is little bit is always there, but I don't think I'm as nervous as I normally am. I think the response that people have given, all the content that has come out from the film, has gotten so much love. It's almost surreal. You know, I don't think I've ever had any film. I mean, I've had films that have received love and a lot of that have had lots of anticipation, but this much love is sort of unprecedented. So, feeling grateful, feeling excited, and feeling hopeful. Met the real life Swati, who's absolutely lovely. She's Shrikant's silent strength in a lot of ways. She's very soft spoken, very strong, very lovely, wonderful, loving, caring. But the character that was written is very out there, exuberant, bright, talkative, and Swati's all of that, but in a much more demure, soft, silent way in a lot of ways. At least that's what I gathered from my interactions with her at that time. So I had a big conflict in my head because, when you meet someone, they're supposed to play, you're sort of really observing the way that they are. But then what was on paper, very still true to her character and very true to their story, but there were some creative liberties taken. So that got a little confusing for me at some points, but I thoroughly enjoyed playing Swati's character. I think the main tool that an actor has when they are, doing any role is the costume and hair and makeup. I think that is the easiest way to feel like your character because you look like what your character is supposed to look like. So that really helped me. And other than that, it's a happy, fun, light character for most of it. So it was just good fun to play. It's just a beautiful movie. So I just wanted to be part of something that was beautiful and special. And I love biopics. I love inspirational stories. So for me, this is a movie I would really love to watch. So that was my main thing when I decided to do it. I just said, this is a wonderful story and I just want to be a part of it in whatever way I can. I think what it mainly highlighted for me was how, in a lot of ways, our country maybe wasn't, and still in a lot of ways isn't as geared to help out disabled people. In Shrikant's story, you'll see how many hurdles came in his way, not because he was blind, but because people weren't geared to assist people that were blind, or they had rules in place that sort of overlooked people with disabilities. And that's what the majority of his fight has been, which is saying, but I want to do this and I can do this, so just help me do it. So I think it just shed more light on the fact that it's not a lack of capability, it's a lack of maybe resources in a lot of ways to help people maneuver that. It's as simple as that, it's as simple as putting, a ramp outside a restaurant and not only having stairs. It makes it more accessible for someone that is perhaps in a wheelchair. These are little things that I feel like should be implemented all over, just little things in different ways, that can sort of help include more people and make everything more accessible. Yes, I remember when I read the script, I remember thinking, my God, if I didn't know that this was a real life story, I would have been like, what do you mean? Just because it's a film, you're saying anything can happen. Because it really is one of those stories. It's incredible to think about how he's managed to do all of that. Every obstacle that came, he said, no, but I will, and I can. And there's an incredible amount of determination and fearlessness and self-belief that it takes. So yeah, it was extremely inspiring. I heard his story first before I even read the script. Tushar sir, TS I call him because he does like being called sir. So TS was telling me about just told me about Srikanth's life and his story and all the incredible things. And I remember being like, this is insane. Came back home that day and I researched Srikanth so deeply. I was watching his videos, whatever resources were available online. And I was extremely inspired. What's I excuse? Raj, if you walked onto set, I remember I had met Srikanth and I had met Raj and, all of them. And when I walked onto set and I saw Raj as Srikanth for the first time, because on set he was fully in character all the time, I was shocked. He was Srikanth. There was nothing. You ask anyone on that film that worked on that film what their first reaction was to seeing Raj on set. It was incredible because the facial movements, the manner of talking, just everything. He was Srikanth. He was not Raj. He was Srikanth on set, and that was perhaps one of the most incredible things I've ever seen on a set, because I've met Srikanth in person, and then I've seen Raj as Srikanth, and it's just incredible what he's managed to do with it. He's so prepared, so professional, such a giving actor, and such a wonderful person. I feel really, really lucky. Honestly, with that character, my main preparation was just learn my lines to death before I even get close to set. Because a lot of the lines are just, it's a lot of technical jargon that's there, and it's hard to, a lot of the time I memorize lines by just understanding the lines. But in these lines, understanding them is one aspect and knowing the technical terms of everything is very different. When lines are lines like, if integral limit minus infinity to plus infinity of e raised to minus x squared x to square root of pi, then what is the value of x? Plus a character talks fast. On a script level itself, it's, she's meant to talk fast. If you need to be able to deliver that fast, you need to just know your lines. So I think that was my main thing that I really wanted to get done. Gut instinct, see, there's many factors that are in a movie that make, what you would call a solid movie. One is who the producer is, what the story is, who the director is, who your co-actor is. These are the main 4 pointers. For me, if a project has even 2 out of 4, it's a project I'll seriously consider. Unless there's some big flaw with it or some, something that I really don't see myself resonating with. So 2 out of these 4 things, and more often than not, I'm like, okay, fine, this seems like something I want to be a part of. So sometimes it's as simple as that, and after that, it's just gut. Honestly, we don't talk about movies that much at all. Yeah. I mean, my Nana and I still do, to a certain extent. My mother and I, we don't talk about movies at all. She asked me about my career specifically, and we talk about my career. I mean, if I'm really confused, I'll take an opinion, but I mean, more often than not, I usually tell them about a role after I'm already decided I'm doing it. It's always sort of been that way. I've always handled my career very independently with my team, not just me making my decisions, which is why my team is really, really close to me. I've been with the same team since before I even signed my first film. So they know me. My agent Fiona and I, we've sort of like, she's my work mom, trained me for everything I know in the industry, and we both have the same vision for where I see my life and career going. So yeah. 100%. The being real comes. I enjoy. See, I put out the content I enjoy watching, and I enjoy watching content that's real. I enjoy watching people that are in a large way quite relatable. But you know, there's also trapping in this. Like, I know with my social media, people assume that I'm this ultra healthy, super fit person. I'm not saying I'm not fit, I'm not healthy, but it's not that I don't have my unhealthy days, weeks, and months. I'm currently in one of my unhealthy days, weeks, and months. So I think I need to show more of that side also now. So I'm constantly, you know, by the way that people are constantly telling me about my social media, I'm always trying to gauge what people are getting through my social media. And yeah, I enjoy the content that I put out, and that's what keeps me posting. Honestly, I just want to work on really good stories, and I want to work with really good directors. I've been really lucky to have been able to work with a lot of really wonderful directors. That I'm a total director's actor. And whatever my director wants out of me is what I'll end up giving. You know, so if you expect this much from me, I'll give you this much. If you expect this much from me, I'll give you this much, you know. So I'll batch it to the T, at least to the best of my ability of what I can give. So I want to now really work on films that demand something out of me. Like, I want to feel challenged, I want to grow. I think that's the main thing for me. Like, I want to find something now that I can really just feel like I've grown as an actor. I feel satisfied as an actor. I think the two performances of mine that I'm most proud of are actually the two films I shot earliest in my career. Jawani Janeman and Almost Pyar, which was by Anurag sir. Those are my two favorite performances of mine, you know. After that, my performances have received love and, you know, all of that. But I, as an actor, haven't been satisfied. So that's what I'm looking for.